UFC. Let's move into the UFC and quickly cover this. So Overeem versus Volkov is the highlight for the card that's on tomorrow.
That's big.
Yeah, it is big because Volkov.
I was talking about James Vince. Sorry,
sorry. It is. James Vince is smashing him all over the place. It's a great segue because Overeem versus Volkov being heavyweight fight. Volkov being just coming off a loss against Rosenstrike, who then lost to Ngannou in that top kind of 4 to 5 range. These guys are both up there. The rest of the card, not a huge amount of big names.
Undercut or the co-mains, Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, Frankie Edgar's fighting
Corey Sandhagen.
Sandhagen, I think, is like 2 in that division or something at the moment. Like, he's very high. Huge shout for Frankie Edgar.
But he's getting on.
He's definitely getting on, but he's an absolute warrior. And if he beats Sandhagen, he'll probably be in line for the bantamweight title fight. Because I think Sandhagen's the next one on the list. As a favourite to do that. So that'll be an interesting fight. Lightweight division news after, of course, the big card the weekend before 2 weeks ago. With Poirier getting past McGregor. So Charles Oliveira actually is fresh off beating Tony Ferguson. So he's high up there. I think he's won 8 straight. He was offered a non-title fight against Michael Chandler, who also beat Dan Hooker on that same card, coming up for this UFC 258 card. And it looks like UFC, of course, trying to fast-track Chandler in this bit. Dustin's kind of already acting a little bit like Champ with this, trying to pick and choose his fights. He was saying Oliveira, he's earned it. He's got, that win streak. Doesn't really want to fight Michael at the moment because he's fresh in the division. Maybe needs to beat one or more blokes at this point. But, they've tried to put this non-title fight together to try and save this UFC 258, which is headlined by Usman and Burns, because Chris Weidman and Uriah Hall fight has been pulled off because Weidman got Rona. That's, I think, it's now been rescheduled to UFC 260.
When's 258 meant to be?
When I wrote this next weekend.
Oh,
so they had 3 fights officially listed on this card like a couple of days ago. They've put this card together quickly. Not sure. It's not a great card, honestly. They've definitely put some more. Like, I think Jim Miller's on it. So they've got some recognizable names on the card now. But the sells Usman versus Burns. So that's why they're pushing to try and get this lightweight division to keep going, which would have been, for Chandler, that's a 3-week turnaround. Oliveira, I don't think's fought in a couple of months, but they probably want to put together a good camp to fight someone like Chandler, who we're talking about title contenders, because whoever wins that probably fights Dustin or Gagey. They're the 4. So Gagey, Poirier, Chandler, and Oliveira are your top 4 that could fight for the belt. Looks like Khabib's probably not coming back. So he will relinquish that. So
not after Connor's been knocked out. I mean, that's the only real appeal.
Yeah, so Dustin. So more talk on Dustin. Like, they're talking maybe they do the trilogy against McGregor. Money fight for Dustin. Keep that rolling. Possibly, since there's nothing else going on. Maybe there's a Nate Diaz fight, and then Nate came out during the week saying he's staying at welterweight. That's where he's at. So yeah, I think that's probably about it for the lightweight division. It's the best division in UFC, I think, at the moment.
Most competitive.
But there's no clear champion, which is probably causing a whole bunch of these issues. Yeah. So they probably need to make a decision soon on what they're going to do and then go forward with it. The final bit of fighting news was the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship had their Knuckle Mania today, and I don't think PVG, Paige Van Zam, had.
She lost a unanimous decision against Britain Hart.
Poor Paige. Yeah. I've said it before. Her face is too pretty to be doing this shit.
Supposedly she's making more money in BFKC than she was with UFC with her fighting. I think she had like 40 to fight, 40 to show. Okay, that is.
So it's that big. They've got that much money tied into it with this.
Well, yeah, it seems because I think Chris Lehman was on this fight card as well, and he's like 40 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like they've got some good money in it, and they've got some guys coming across to join the competition. It's definitely it's way more gruesome than the UFC.
Oh my god!
Because the bare knuckles they cut up a lot more. There's also a lot more knockouts in this as well. Just the no gloves kind of punching it, but
500 punches between the two of them. Oh, don't do that to yourselves.
What fight was this?
That's Taylor Style again. Chris Sigala. We're looking at here. Jeez, this is
500.
I mean, they'd flog the shit out of me. They would beat me to a bloody pulp.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So that's
Probably weigh 40 kilos and just absolutely have their way with me.
Yeah. So
not in the good way.
So yeah, Paige Van Zant doesn't get a win, of course, in her first joining.
Jim's girl.
Yeah, Jimmy's girl joining into the bare knuckle world.